This is a really important level. We start to go here lower again. We test the bottom. Most likely will also break out over the next couple of days. Guys, CPI is coming out here in the next 30 minutes. So when you see this video, it already happened. And we need to talk about this because Bitcoin is getting rejected from a key area, but CPI can change everything. And we might run here into a massive, massive trap. Let's go and let's talk about this. Thank you so much for tuning in here once again. Let's jump directly into what's going on with CPI here today. We have at 8:30 in 24 minutes the CPI data coming out. You see here September 11th at 8:30 we're gonna get the CPI report coming here in 26 minutes. The forecast for today is, as we can see here, previously and right now is 2.9%. We expect 2.5. If we get, for some weird reason, lower than 2.5, you can expect 2 rate cuts and 1 rate cut next week. That means instead of 25 basis points, we will get 50 basis points, which is then double. You cannot imagine the pump that will come out of that. If we just get 2.5, we still get a pump, that's fine. If we come in higher than 2.5, we might likely go a little bit lower than where we are currently at. So, but everything is set that we get at least 2.5, and I have seen people speculating on actually 2.2. So let's see and wait. But I think we will see some fireworks here because also the DXY is slightly going down here. And if we get 2.5 or 2.2, we're gonna see here a nice crash back into the support area here. And that could be that push that we need into this area to consolidate here a little bit, and then with the rate cut next week get the final leg to the downside where we finally break this support zone and will fall under 100 points on the DXY. Now when we look at Bitcoin, the area that we are getting rejected from, I directly want to point this out, is here the $57,400 level. Remember, I told you this is a really important level for Bitcoin to overcome for continuation to the upside. Currently, we're a little bit stuck there. I'm not worried too much about this because, like I said, with CPI data coming out, this can change really quickly and push us back here to the upside in direction of $60,000. I'm going to show you in a moment the trap situation that we are currently potentially have here. For once, one part of the trap is definitely here, that red zone that we get currently rejected from $58,400 to $57,000, and that is the first part of the potential trap, making people believe, oh, we are getting rejected from here. We start to go here lower again. We test the bottom of this downward sloping channel that we have here, and only from down here, after we filled this wick, we are getting a bounce back to the upside, and then we finally go up. So that is one part of the trap that people are seeing currently here on the daily chart. So when I go to the 12-hourly chart, remember what I told you guys yesterday, I said, if we come back into this zone here, enter into a new trade. So we are currently still in this zone. So nothing wrong with entering here. But with CPI, the second part of the trap could be that first, when CPI comes out, we go lower to like 55. Yeah, I would not even say 54, but like 55, which, yeah, 55,000 potentially. Wick down here and then start to rally here to the upside immediately. So it does not really matter if you don't trade with a 100x or a 50x, if you enter now or you wait for CPI. Honestly, if you want to play it safe, wait for the numbers to come out and only enter then this setup here if it's still valid. So that is the other thing. But I'm quite convinced that we get a nice push here to the upside. So the second part of the trap, then we actually go lower than 55, but then straight come back up and then continue higher. So if that happens, once we are back in this range here, this is where you enter. This is where you enter because I can guarantee you we're gonna shoot to the upside. So remember guys, first part of the trap is already complete because we got rejected from here, the $58,000 and $57,000 range. Now the second part, if there is a second part, would be drive it lower than $55,000 and then turn it immediately around and send it to the upside. So in both cases, we can trade this. If you are not currently in this trade and you want to wait that we break $58,000, this is fine. You can also from enter here and set your stop loss then here at $56,000. Or like I said, you set a limit order to 54,500, 54,800 and kind of hope that you get filled if we get here this fake out to the downside and then come back up and continue to move higher. On the 4-hourly time frame, I told you guys yesterday, it is highly likely that we come back down to the 50 moving average to test the 50 moving average. Also, the EMA ribbon gets retested, which is also absolutely normal. We spoke about this so many times, guys. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but now we are still above the EMA ribbon. Of course, with CPI in a couple of minutes, if we get here push in direction of $60,000 and can maintain these levels, the EMA ribbon will flip actually late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and also will lead to that the 50 moving average will make here finally a nice turn in direction for a golden cross. Here, why did I say that there is a potential trap below us? Because we have here liquidation levels building a little bit up, not a lot, but it could be that we wick down to these liquidation levels just below $55,000, and like I said, then come back up, reclaim EMA ribbon and push here to the upside. So that is the other reason why I said this. You're gonna see it also on the heat map in a moment when I show it to you, but otherwise the overall direction, you know where we are going, is still up based on all the liquidity levels that we are seeing here with the help of the MDX Algo indicator. And if you want this indicator suite, which is amazing, don't forget there is a link in the description with 10% discount. Use it while you can, because there's also an expiration date on that. I will refresh that one more time here, that you actually can see what I mean here on the 3 months chart. So you see here, there is a little bit down here, all the way down to $54,100 here, that cluster. This could be the second trap that I'm talking about, that we go all the way down here with CPI data coming out and then push back to the upside. If that's not happening and we push here into $59,000, that will trigger another short squeeze and will bring us straight above $60,000, most likely 61, 62. From there we will get in the short term rejected, and then we need to find support for continuation to the upside. And this is what's playing out here for Bitcoin. Also on the 4-hourly chart with the MDX Algo scalp gradient, you see I was right that we were running hot here yesterday in this area here. I said either from here we get stopped or we go a little bit higher. But I believe that when we are running hot here, that we will come down a little bit, go sideways again, and then we go again, and then we go to $64,000. So this is exactly what we are seeing here right now. We got supported from the super trend here, the green line, as expected. I also told you this yesterday, as long as we are holding this super trend here, we will bounce and will continue to go to the upside. What we are seeing right now is something like here, where we got an initial push with red candles, then we got here these purplish red candles, and then continuation again in red to the upside. This is exactly what is playing out here. Also in terms of the reactor indicator, same playbook. You see here we had here a small red phase, then we went into purple, then we got the bigger red phase where price again expanded to the upside. So this is also what we are seeing here right now. Purplish red phase, now purplish, next phase will expand back to the upside. The Bitcoin dominance is of course moving here currently to the upside. We talked about this, that this was expected when Bitcoin bounces back. When CPI comes in at 2.2 or 2.5% here in 15 minutes, expect that the dominance will see a spike here in direction of 58%. I want to mention here once again, it is not the end of the world. It's absolutely fine. We are expecting something like this when Bitcoin makes a substantial move here to the upside. But remember, we will not break 60%. And anywhere between 59 and 60%, we are going to turn around. And that will be the turnaround for good. I'm not saying that we will see a straight line to the downside, but more likely a gradual move here to the downside. that looks something like this. The total market cap tried also to total free to break here $2 billion yesterday. Today we started to get rejected from the top level, but we are still within that range, so that is absolutely fine. Again, with the data report coming out, this can immediately change and break this level and go in direction of $587 billion. Yes. So, and from here we need to reassess if we can break through immediately the downward sloping trend line or start consolidate around this level, potentially with a small pullback, and then we break through this. But everything is lined up for a break really soon here over the next coming days, maximum by the end of the week. And like I said many times already before, you're gonna see it in altcoins, and I'm going to show you now some altcoins that made a substantial move here already that I was calling here 3 days ago. But first of all, guys, if you don't have any money to trade any of these coins here, and let's say you have $100, $200, go to fucking Bybit and deposit the $100 and claim your free $500 airdrop position with the link in the description below and in the pinned comment below. This is running out in a little bit over 1 week, guys. You have less than 8 days to take advantage of that. And again, guys, take everything what you can from exchanges while it's for free. I saw a lot of people creating fake accounts on Bybit. I can see something like this, guys. It's stupid. It doesn't help you, you know, so you will not get the $500 if you don't deposit $100. First of all, you know, so be smart about this. Deposit $100, get your $500 position, then trade one of these coins that I mentioned here. You know, remember I gave you Phantom with a potential of making $16,000 on that trade with the $500 that you get here for free. So why not take advantage of that? And again, you don't need to use the $100 that you deposit. You deposit the $100, get the position, withdraw the $100, trade with the free position. When it comes here to altcoins, Solana came here also exactly as we predicted back into this green zone. So I would long from here currently because again, in less than 15 minutes, most likely we're going to see a nice push it to the upside. If we for some weird reason move here lower, see it as a gift and a nice opportunity to enter at way lower prices. So, but again, I'm not expecting this. We have here a nice rounding bottoming shape, which is primed to give us continuation here to the upside with the trade setup that I've given here in the past. One of the new setups that I want to talk about is Link. Link most likely will also break out over the next couple of days. Even though the stochastic is already quite high here and the RSI is turning around, I still expect here a breakout in the next 3-4 days-ish. Here the level that I'm looking at is $11.50 to enter this, because at that time we have broken the downward sloping trend line and also this horizontal level. And of course we have also here a bigger W pattern, and that W pattern target is here around $18.30. So not only will you make 30% to the first take profit point to $15, no, when we go to $18, this is almost 58% here to the upside. I would not wait for the completion of the W pattern, because the orange dotted line is a key level, and once that is reclaimed, I would consider entering from there. And this might be also one of the next trades that I'm personally taking here with a substantial amount. The next one is Injective. Injective is around the entry level, so currently good to enter. Here also take profit. The first one around $25. The next one would be $28, and the final one here, take profit free, around $36.33, and then you can leave a moon bag for the $40 mark here. So here, most important thing that you want to see over the next couple of days is a reclaim of the 50 moving average here, the yellow line. Once we're above that, also green light for continuation to the upside. And of course we have broken here this falling wedge pattern, which was also crucial. The only thing what you don't want to see is that we fall back into this here and then break further down, but I don't believe this, and the confirmation will come in when we are reclaiming the 50 moving average. Here also on Dogecoin on the daily chart, massive falling wedge pattern forming here. Here I could entertain the idea that we come one more time down here into this green area, but most likely only to the top of it, to like 99 cents and 0.4. From there, bounce back to the upside, then we get a proper breakout. If we get this, you can prematurely already enter this trade and not wait here for a break of $10.04. Sorry, 10 cents and 4. So you can enter then here from the top range, so which will give you roughly 47% instead of 33%. But again, you need to have a tight stop loss slightly below this falling wedge here at the moment, just to protect your capital. And if you want to play it safe, you just enter at 10 cents and 4, because there's more than enough money to be made here when we go to the other take profit points. So look here at take profit 2. At this level, it's already 56%. When we go up here into the top range, it's almost 96%. And again, guys, this will happen in the next couple of weeks. You know, so it's a matter of weeks, not months. 2-3 weeks, in my opinion, to reach these kind of targets here. LDO Lido is one of the other coins that I'm looking at currently. We are bouncing off the demand zone from the MDX algo. The next move should get us into the supply zone here at $1.25, $1.36, sorry, $1.25, $1.36. Also here we are potentially forming a W pattern. We are in the process of completing the right side. If we come back into this demand zone, I would start building a small position here, just to nibble. Not a lot of money on it, not a lot of leverage on it, just that you get your feet wet. And get ready for that move here to the upside. Once we are breaking $1.12, I would start sizing up and also crank a little bit up the leverage that I would be using. You want to make sure that when we come to this downward sloping trend line, which is, by the way, a multi-month downward sloping trend line, now in the 7th month already. So this would definitely give us some resistance when we come up here. You want to take some profit here and make sure, this is at $1.35, that your stop loss is like around $1.20 when we get up here. And then you wait. If we break through this and we just retest this and go higher, perfect. Now you have an insane opportunity to make your money. If we get rejected, you get stopped out. Okay, fine. You wait for a lower entry to re-enter with all the money that you made because you took some profit up here. And then we continue the journey here to the upside. Then the next one is Coty. Coty is completely exploding since I gave it to you guys. Look at this here. I gave it here at, let's say, 7 cents and 9. So we were here at the high point within 2 days, up 18% roughly. So this, in my opinion, will now also just go a little bit sideways before we get continuation. If you are looking for an entry, potentially, you will get the chance to enter at 8 cents and 6. Again, I would take that chance if you get it. First take profit would be here 10 cents, then 12 cents and 7, and then 15 cents. These are the take profit levels. If you cannot wait to enter, you can technically enter now already. Just don't use crazy leverage, because we broke this significant downward sloping trend line here. Got a nice pump from it. We don't need to retest this here per se, but it can happen that we come down for a retest before we get continuation to the upside. Otherwise, we most likely just move here a little bit sideways, and by tomorrow, after tomorrow, we get another push here into the 10-cent level. Trust me, it will be really, really quick. Now, really quick, guys, before we move on, let's talk about ZoomX. On ZoomX, you can still stand a chance with depositing $100 to win twice per week, $500, guys. Take advantage of that, because also this is running out really, really soon by the end of the month, and we are going to draw right now here another winner. Let me just see here. We need from 12 to, what is this, 35. Of course, if I draw a winner from last that has won already, I draw another one. So 17, number 17 here. 258441735. If that is your account number, send me and my team an email with a screenshot that this account belongs to you. We will forward this then to ZoomX, and they're gonna credit your account. There was a slight delay with the previous winners, so please be patient. Once we get your email, trust me, we get it. Don't send us emails every single day and ask where your $500 are, please. You know, so give it 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. We immediately send it over to ZoomX, and they take their time, whatever or how long it will take. We sometimes don't know. Usually they do it within 3 days. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. So be a little bit patient there and don't send us emails, please, all the time. So, and congratulations to your $500 if that is your account. So now let's move on here. Phantom is the other coin. If you're here looking for an entry and you missed to get in here where I told you to get in, you'll be basically up almost 20% now from that entry, from the 50 moving average. And also you missed get in here at the breakout. That's fine. The safest way to enter this is at the break of the neckline of this W pattern, which will still give you a really nice return. So if you enter here at 52 cents currently, just roughly measuring this, so that should still give you like a 45% move into the 75 cent level. And trust me, this will be happening really quick, because on the lower time frames we're already bottoming out here and setting up for continuation, because you see here we are just pushing sideways with the price action and not really seeing any major pullbacks here back into the falling wedge, while the indicators are cooling down, which is a signal for continuation, guys. Another great setup that you can take advantage of, even though you come a little bit late to the party. It's still not too late. Once we are breaking the neckline and moving in direction of 60 cents, then I would say it starts to get a little bit late to have here a nice juicy entry. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope you make a lot of money with the CPI data, and I see you tomorrow.